there, tarot friends. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day to all of you. King's birthday actually is the 15th, just like Matt's, but we celebrate here in the States on the the third Monday. Hey, can you tell that I'm worn out and I don't know, just off structure today because there's no work and it's a Monday, and decided to set up a mostly impromptu. I did put a little word out, but as far as planning this, it was not really planned. I just said I would maybe pop on sometime over the weekend, and this is included in my weekend because it's holiday here for us. So what's my point? Couple announcements. Wednesday is supposed to be archetypes, right? Wednesday archetypes, Thursday casual. That's not happening this week. No archetypes on Wednesday because I have 2 work meetings that day. And I just can't, there's no way for me to have Max occupied for 2 work meetings and a tarot video. So like the 2 work meetings is going to be hard enough to pull off as it is. So I will be on Thursday for a casual, and I think we're just going to skip archetypes for this week because I wanted to keep working on this project today. And hopefully the following Wednesday, hopefully on Wednesday the 26th, we will be able to pick up again with archetypes. So my apologies for that, but that is life, and I do have a real big girl job that does require my attention at times. So, let's go back and see who's here. Alex is here. Hello. Anyone else here? Jamie. I reheated my coffee because I've been up for a while. But I do still have some left. So I have it today in this Peacock Road Family Farm mug, which is where me and Ryan got married. And this was like on our signing day when we signed to set our date. They gave us some coffee cups and whatnot, which was nice. Gerald is here. Hello. Happy Monday. I've been changing days so much. It's hard to keep track. I get to be here for 30 minutes before a phone call to read to a friend's daughter. Well, that is lovely. We are happy to have you. Journey tokens should be dropped off at the post office tomorrow. So tomorrow's my appointment day. This is just a side message for Gerald. Tomorrow's my appointment day, and when I get back in town, I will go to the post office and drop those off on their way to you. Nancy, hello, good morning. I marked another Nancy video for gratitude. I've been listening to them mostly when I'm driving to my appointment, so I haven't been commenting on people's gratitude stuff lately. I need to go back and do that. But anyway, check her out if you haven't yet. Okay. Patrice is here with us, making coffee and fixing breakfast, listening. Okay. Jackie's here. Hello and happy Monday to you. Scott's here. Hello, happy Monday. Sip, sip. Chris is here. Watching while he works. Yes, happy MLK Day. Emmy's here. Thanks for joining us. Hold on, chat jump. Robin's here. Hello. I see, oh, my ankle. Y'all, I'm getting so waddly and creaky and sore. Oh, I feel like the Tin Man. Okay. I came in here and I didn't sit down yet, thankfully, because that's a whole project. But I came in here and set my coffee down and pulled up a little like collection of cards that sits on the floor usually. And I looked over and my computer wasn't here because I left it downstairs when I was done teaching on Saturday. And so then I had to waddle myself downstairs and get the computer. Oh my. Anyway, I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but oh yeah. So anyway, what I was going to say is I see Chris and Alex saying he's going to have to like hold off with the compliments, but Chris says, no, you don't, which I agree with. Nice of Alex to check in though. I'll still say all the things to you regardless of marital status. Very good. Okay, I feel like I'm missing people because I see people saying hi. Isabel's here, listening, working. Yes, good mommy priority. It's just got to happen. If he has that much screen time, he'll turn into a gremlin. So, hi, Debbie. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Monday. I think I saw someone say hi to Beth. So if Beth is here, a Spacia Rising, then let me know. And hello to you. I'm just all over. Stray cats in the house. Hello. Robin's going to lie down and listen a bit. Very good. At this point, it's a huge deal. What is that? The commenting. Oh no, Debbie's not feeling good. Well, I'm glad it's a nice surprise. We can look at some treasures and hopefully that makes you feel better. Yeah, surprise tarot chat will alleviate. Isn't it nice when someone just pops on and you're like, yes, I didn't want to do whatever I was about to do. That's how I feel. Sip, sip. I'm drinking full calf today. I'm on, which means I can have, well, I can really have 2 full calves a day, but I've, my inability to get up easily. Oh yeah, it is a huge deal. What was I saying? I don't know. Can't remember. Oh, we're also going to do some life updates. I'm drinking full calf. I can have 2 full calves a day, but I put myself back to half calf just because, like, first trimester, I just had to go cold off of it altogether because it was making me feel like garbage. I've since gotten the mommy coffee, which you can like choose your level of caffeination, and also it's like low acidity and like all of this. This is not marked low acidity, but it's like the newer, better processing, filtration, whatever, than like old school coffee. And so I'm assuming that means it's a little less acidic and won't make me feel like trash. So anyway, I'm on to a full calf. I had one of these the other day and it was good. Friend got me a bag of this coffee. I can't think what it's called right now. Java Mama. Something else about being a mom. But anyway, sip, sip, everyone. Okay. Max's birthday was Saturday. I'm sure most of you have seen the posts on Facebook and whatnot. Thank you all for your lovely birthday wishes and things like that. We really super appreciate it. Regina's here. Hello. I spent my morning. Max slept until about 8:30, and usually he only sleeps till 7:30. Like, that's his normal. Sometimes it's like 6:30, and I'm like, child, please get in this bed with me and cuddle. So anyway, he slept until 8:30 today. I like snuck downstairs and like brushed my teeth downstairs and everything to try not to wake him up. He has a sound machine in his room and stuff anyway, but I feel like if it's after 7:30 and I'm in that golden hour of like maybe he's going to sleep long, it happens like once every 3 weeks, then I just sneak downstairs and get ready. So I snuck downstairs and I held off on coffee and everything. And ate a cupcake and watched Regina's live. That's where that thought started from. So anyway, I watched like, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes, kid-free, hanging out this morning at the kitchen counter. So anyway, okay. Just a couple life updates because, and more so like announcements. I had my chat with Simon on the 8th, and I went back like the next 2 days. I think I watched back, sometimes just on silent, like when Max was falling asleep or whatever, so I could catch up on comments, make sure there weren't questions or anything, because I wanted to see, I just want to see people's comments and respond to them and send them a message and things like that if need be. So I watched it back mostly on silent, and someone, I think, I want to say it was Micah. So here, this person, it's like XO and what I was saying before in my head. I don't think I ever said it on screen. It's something like this, right? She's been in Orshi's chats a couple times. So it looks like this with the X's and O's. And I was saying Misha in my head, but I watched one of her premieres the other day and it's pronounced Micah like this, right? But just a different spelling. So anyway, just so you all know, that's one community announcement. Her name is Micah. And she showed this really cool deck, which was sort of like Star Child-ish, but had this really grounded element in it as well. And I thought it was really cool, and I just wanted to let you know. Is the OX person. Anyway, it's something like that. Block user. Goodbye, person. Okay. So anyway, there's a little mini community announcement. I was saying her name wrong in my head. The other community announcement is, that I think it was her that in comments during my chat with Simon said, and I think it's when I was talking about my grandmother, she said, Deanne is just talking about this so freely and like not breaking down and crying, basically. Like she said something like, I have trouble talking about my recent losses and I'm just like all waterworks or whatever. And so again, most of you know, I'm a waterworks kind of person. And just so you know, I'm not just over things and fine and even keeled about it. Like I still have lots of moments where I'm breaking down about things, and that's totally valid and allowed and whatever. So just so everyone knows, I'm not all smiles and sunshine all the time. And more to that point, a week ago Monday, which might have been the 10th, might have been right after that chat, the weekend, and this is not a call for sympathy. This is just to let you know that like real life is going on over here. And I don't expect anyone to, just because I'm doing this doesn't mean that you have to share all these things. If you don't want to share things like this, you don't have to. It doesn't mean you're inauthentic. I'm only, just that comment that Micah made me think maybe I'm coming across like everything's just always fine. So anyway, the point of this is that Monday I had a total panic attack. I don't want to say the worst one ever, but like it might have been. Had a really hard time like getting my breath. Like that is, and I already like I have asthma. Like it's not usually very bad, but it's just scary when I'm like in a panic attack and then, sobbing my face off, can't breathe. The point is, I just want to share to let you know that that I'm not just like merrily rowing my boat down the stream every minute of every day. There's nothing wrong with being happy. There's nothing wrong with being a little manic and excited and smiley on my channel, how I normally am. But just to put it out there, lots of people are going through lots of things right now. And Real life disclaimer, definitely had a panic attack on Monday night. Everything's fine, but it was just lots of things. It felt piled up all at once. And so that's how it came out, unfortunately. And then what else? I feel like there was something else I was going to tell you that like wasn't the most glamorous thing, but now I don't remember. Point of this is just, I'm just a person like everyone else, and if I seem like it's really easy to talk about some things, sometimes that's totally fine, right? It's not always going to be like I'm sobbing my face off, but those of you who've been around a while know that I'm prone to do that. So sip, sip. Okay. Let's see. That Queen Cups was out of balance, right? And it was an overflowing of just everything. Okay. Mimi's Tarot and Gems. Hello. Good morning, where I am anyway. Happy Monday to you. Thanks for being here. Maria is here. Happy full moon indeed. Where are we? Why don't I know? Capricorn? Cancer? I'm like way off. Don't know. I'm a few days behind in my card draws, just everything. But I'm just giving myself a break because I have a lot of other things going on. Sheila is here. Hello again. Saw her in Regina's chat this morning. I think anyone who has been following your channel and watching your lives for a while knows how authentic you are. Sorry to hear about pancakes. Yes, thank you. I'm totally okay. I just, man, like, and it's kind of hard to tell the difference sometimes because, like, I'll just get to sobbing about something. Not as much this pregnancy as with Max, but sometimes even when I'm not pregnant. And sometimes it's, like, a little difficult to, like, kind of get back in control of it. But, I mean, this one, like, I was a little scared. Like, I didn't know. I mean, Ryan was right with me. I, like, held on to it until he got home. And then I was like, can you come upstairs with me? And I was, like, walking around, putting a few things away, and he came upstairs. And I mean, like, I prepped for it. Like, I laid down in bed and everything. And, you know, he was right there with me. He's like, what's going on? And I just, like, it was just that, like, so it kind of, yeah. I'm not saying you can hold on to a panic attack. I'm saying I held on to, like, my sobbing, and then it very quickly turned into a panic attack. And so that was, like, scary. I thought I was just going to, like, cry it out because, like, that's how I reset. And, yeah, then I was like, oh shit, I can't breathe though. Okay. Anyway, yes, real life happens and it's a part of who we are. And again, this is not to say if you don't share your rough times on your YouTube channel that you're inauthentic. That's not, I don't believe that. We can choose to share what we want. I don't think YouTube presences owe the audience, their audience, anything in particular. It's just whatever they want to share, right? So it's just whatever. But that comment that Micah had made, just for some reason, I felt called to share that, just in case anyone else needs to hear it, right? Scott says, I understand how you feel. My mom passed away only 10 days ago, and I will go into tears for no reason. But there are reasons. It's a huge roller coaster of emotions, good and negative. Only one panic attack so far, though. Well, that's definitely understandable after such a loss like that. Yeah, it's unimaginably hard. I have not lost a parent. I was crying over the summer about my grandmother still. You know, there's always going to be these things that come up for me. Some people will continue to cry about their lost loved ones for a long time. Some people don't need to cry as a way to process that. But, like, I was in my kitchen over the summer stirring up spaghetti sauce, and I was like, I'm going to tell her I made this. She's going to be so happy. And then I was just like, oh, but she's not here, just crying. Just everyone has different ways of getting things out. And, Yeah, that's all. And the joy is you are real. You rise above when you need to and cry when you need. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I feel all the things, and I try to. The only thing I try to transmute is anger and try to pause and think about how that's coming out and try to turn that into something else. The other thing, because that hurts people, the other things I just kind of let go. That's how it is. Stray Cat says Cancer, I think. I kind of think you're right, and that would make sense about like the family stuff. Oh, that's the other thing that's going on, but we don't have to talk about that. It's not a big deal, really, but sister-in-law was baiting me a little bit. It's not a big deal. It's COVID related, and I don't want to get into it. And she just made this little remark about when are we going to have a party for Max? And I was like, not fucking anytime soon. So anyway, that was the other thing I was going to tell you. It can just stay a mini story like that. Like I don't have time to deal with people's like, and it wasn't a real question. It was not respectful. It wasn't like, yeah, it just wasn't. It was sarcastic and rude, and that really pissed me off last night. So anyway, Maria says, I think panic attacks are something we all experience every now and then. Yeah, and I thankfully, I don't have them a lot, but they're just like a lot of life all happening at once, and it's just hard sometimes. Patrice says, I deal with anxiety, no fun. I had a bad anxiety ahead of the storm, having to say goodbye to Vernetta so she could get to work in Knoxville ahead of the storm. I know that can be so hard, like being away from your person. Like really, really. Susie Gemini is here. Hello. Panic attacks suck. Yep, for sure. It's just this like really out of control thing. Yes, part of life makes you human. Pamela's here. Oh, I love a little recommendation. Just to mention, in case you are interested, the book Dare by Barry McDonough really helped me with my anxiety. That is lovely. I had an anxiety book a long time ago that my dance teacher gave to me. This was back when anxiety was like a regular part of my, well, it still is a regular part, but it was a more heightened part of my existence back then. Because I was in like this pretty terrible relationship, and getting out of that, I was like, I don't know, it was just this downward spiral of like losing my job and like being real poor, and it sucked. And so she gave me an anxiety book, and I can't think of what it's called right now, so there's no point to this side ramble. But it really did help me. The crux of it was the main exercise like throughout was to imagine the absolute worst possible, the worst case scenario, and then answer, what would you do if that's really what was happening? And it kind of put you into perspective, not to diminish what you're actually going through and saying that that shouldn't be causing you anxiety, but it's like, what's the worst thing that could happen because of this like situation that's causing you anxiety? And then to like really in a detailed manner, go through that and visualize what you would do, right? And so it's helping you to like come up with solutions, even if like everything's legit on fire. So there, I wanted to give you a little tip in case, because I can't remember the name of the book. Something about anger and anxiety. I don't know. Sip, sip. Okay. Do do do. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Sweet messages for Scott here. Yeah, so it's been a rough time. And then I think on the 10th, that's the day that Simon's mom passed as well. I mean, that was my panic attack day. I mean, unrelated, but yes, let's be just nice and gentle with each other. Hi, Danielle. Okay, so yeah, the topic of this is not anxiety. We're going to start firing through all these decks pretty soon. But I did just want to give a couple little life updates. Doctors, dentist appointments, or having to go to the doctor triggers me deeply. I've had many panic attacks there. I used to have that. Trauma from the death of my father in hospital and how my family was treated. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, I had like dentist office anxiety from when I was little. And that lasted like into my adulthood, probably like mid to late 20s. Like my mom would still go with me to the dentist. And then one day she had a little outpatient thing going on the same day, and so she couldn't. And at that point, I really loved the dentist office where I was. And so it helped when I got a doctor and a dentist that I like super, super loved. The doctor always was kind of okay for me, but yeah, it was craziness. And I can definitely understand that. It's just like throws you into it immediately. And actually the day my mom couldn't go with me, things were really bad, not because of the people, but like I have nerve issues in my face, which I've talked about before. Thankfully have not had issues while pregnant. But last January and last May, I had like 2 really bad attacks. I have what's called trigeminal neuralgia. And so this nerve that goes here and here and here, it will get like pressed on somehow, or like cold air on my face will trigger it sometimes. And which sounds crazy, but that's what happens. And then it like sends electric shocks through your face. And it just gets progressively worse. So anyway, I don't know my point. Oh, probably because of that, though I didn't know this at the time, and I didn't have trigeminal neuralgia at that time, or I did, but it was just getting worse and I didn't know. I'd been like really light sensitive, and I'd feel like little sensations in my face, but not pain, but it was like building up. So anyway, way back the day that my mom couldn't go to the dentist with me, I had to have 19 injections for like work that they were doing in my mouth because it wouldn't take, like it wouldn't numb on the one side. And that's probably why. So I was like swallowing all of this like Septicane and shit. It was terrible, but I feel like that was my, like my trial to get through without my mom. And then like after that, I've been fine at the dentist. So I don't know. There's my random stories for the day. Hey, Kim. Okay, we're gonna get going. Dude, seriously, Debbie, this was me. So all I did was I answered back, like playing dumb myself, like dumb and smiley. And I'm like, well, hopefully next year. Like, do you really want me to answer the question that you're asking? Like, I will really answer it and you won't like it. And so I just didn't. I really got in touch with my higher self. And I was like, I was watching Kelly Fitzgerald's live at the time when I saw the comment. And she was going through Silicon Way's Book of the Dead, which I have to have. But anyway, I was just looking at the image on her screen and I was like, I'm not gonna lose my shit. It's like dealing with a toddler or like your drunk friend who's like sitting in the middle of the road eating a burrito and you just want to go home and you can't get them out of the road. Like, I just took that moment and I was like, I'm not gonna go to that level. I'm not gonna let her win. I'm just not. I just looked at the beautiful Silicon Way image and I was like, for me, in my belief paradigm, life is actually about the in-between life and the next life and the afterlife and the before life. And I was like, you know what? She's not going to get me. She's not going to win. So whatever works for you, that's what works for me. I am not a competitive person except in these like mental states where like that really helps me to contextualize what's going on and make decisions about how I'm going to respond. Okay. No, we're not going there. But yeah, my initial desire was to just unload. Oh yeah, and I currently don't have any issues with any people on YouTube. But yeah, there are. I don't worry about YouTube people though, for sure. There's definitely no time for that. They're just going to have to carry on. Oh yeah, the control thing. Yeah, that's not good. Thankfully, I've had situations where that was not a problem for me. Gerald said, my first husband had severe panic attacks. I'm glad Ryan knows how to support you to get through them. It was scary to watch, but we learned to deal with it together. Yeah, he's great. He, I think, is naturally that way. Sometimes I attribute his things to his time in special forces and the military, but I mean, I knew him before that, and he is he's very sensitive to really everything. And oh yeah, no, it was fine. And he's I'm also glad he was there because I was so scared because I couldn't get my breath that like he's emergency trained and stuff. So having him there helped me know that, like, this sounds stupid, but like that I wasn't gonna die. Like, I don't want to be that dramatic, but like I really couldn't breathe. And like I had this baby that I was like worried about the baby. I'm like, no, it was short. It was so short. But I'm just like, the baby's not getting oxygen because I'm not breathing, and I'm just like freaking out. And it just goes into this cycle. But like I'm like, well, Ryan's not gonna let me die. So again, worst case scenarios, but like that's what I have to think about. And then I was like, okay, I can breathe. It's just, and even in the moment, like I know I just have to tell myself that I can breathe, but you're just fighting your body, right? Okay, I'm gonna skip down a little bit. Let me block this person, and then we'll take some decks out. Okay. Oh yeah, I see people. Yeah, that happens to me too. People will pop in my head when I'm like, oh, I wonder if something happened. Yeah. Okay. Boopity boop boo. Oh yeah. So Stray Cat has had electrical shocks in the head. It's not fun. It's like real. It's terrible. Yep, definitely not. I'm like, you know what? This is just okay, Gerald. Thanks for hanging out. I cannot believe it's been a half hour and I'm just talking about this, but hopefully it's helping people. Hey, Rochelle. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, sometimes we do have to be reminded. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes focusing on the good in life gets you through. It isn't necessarily believing in unicorns and rainbows all the time. I've had 3 significant losses in 4 years. Looking up works better for me. Absolutely. And I feel like for the most part, that's true. And that would be my suggestion, not to ignore what's wrong, but to find like that light, right? Like I'm all about that. When someone gave me the anxiety book years ago, I was just in this I was depressed. I was in this flat line of there wasn't a lot of good to look to. Like, I know there was, but I was just too buried in it. And so for me at that time, that helped me. Because I had to like find the bottom. Do you know what I mean? And I wasn't at bottom. You know what I mean? I wasn't homeless or on drugs or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just, for me at that time, reading that book was, and I kind of went into it reading it like, this is going to annoy me, but it really helped me at that time. So I would definitely say if you do get into a book or a show or a podcast or something, and it's pissing you off, then definitely don't stay in it, Awareness, but calm helps put things into perspective. Yeah, definitely whatever works for you. Be in the world, but not of the world. And for me, that helps too. I remember the big picture. And that's why Your Soul's Plan is like my favorite book, because it's like, okay, no, I know, for me, I know what's really like what the real deal is. And that helps me keep things in perspective here. So, okay, I'm drawing the line for myself to stop rambling about this. Let's take a sip and look at some decks, because since I've talked to you last, the majority of my life since then has been very happy and joyful and full of really sweet messages and gifts for me and for Max, and just amazing stuff going on. So I'm great, loving my coffee and all my cards, and we will start plowing through some more of these. So 2 new decks that have come to me since last time. This is a lovely gift that I have yet to take the plastic off of. This was sent to me by Jonathan Daley at Jonathan Daley Tarot. So sweet. Cosmic Dancer Oracle. I told him the other day I was going to open it and start flipping through it on the couch, and then crazy work stuff happened and I had to bail. That is a big part of what was going on too. Like, work is so crazy right now, and I'm trying to get everything to a certain point before I have to tap out on maternity leave. And I know it's just going to be what it is, but yeah, it's overwhelming right now. And so I couldn't even open my sweet little deck. But today is a holiday, and I'm going to do it. So anyway, Oracle deck I'm going to set over here, but keep out for viewing. Then I also got the Antique Anatomy Tarot Mass Market version to go with my first edition that I showed you maybe last time. I got this because it comes with the book, and I really wanted the book. I watched Kim at Abundant Life Tarot. She did a whole series on this, and I knew that I liked the language and the concepts in the book. And so I'm like, you know what? I really need it. This whole set was like 25 or 30 bucks. And so that was my little treat to myself. So now I have a book and comes with another deck. So now I have 2 decks, but you all know I love that too, because I could modify one and layer them in like little pairing readings, right? Using the same deck for layered readings. Amazing, I think. So there you go. I could also put one to trade in the Aliments group, like single card trades, but this one I feel like I would really love and use 2 of. So we'll see. This goes to the tarot table. Okay. Jamie says I ordered 3 Siliconway decks yesterday because of Kelly Fitz. I know. I wanted to, but my tarot budget is 0 right now. I get paid on Thursday, and then I can refigure my budget. We had a little bit of extra stuff go out last month, so my tarot money went to that, except for the 25 bucks I spent on Antique Anatomy. Hey, Heather. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay, let's see how fast I can go. Thanks for anxiety talk. Radiant Rider-Waite. I love this deck. It's kind of bright color, well, radiant, right? Like bright colors, but this was the first one that got me off of like the yellow box colors. And so this has a little soft spot in my heart because it was the first like color variants that broke me away from the yellow box colors, which I'm not really into. So very exciting, beautiful deck. Now these are all going to stay. So I got this little thing from Barnes & Noble last spring, like right before I did my video with Jilly, like wine and tarot. I just remember I went shopping that day. Max was at a sleepover and I went into a bookstore. It was like the first time I went into a store during the pandemic. And I got this little like desk organizer thing. So just so you know, when you see these things, they fit card decks in there. And I have another, like a middle row here that could fit more decks. Just so you know, if you want another little, if you want like a tabletop thing. So I have like RWS and some playing cards in here. The other thing is, also for those of you joining, this is part 2. So in the description last time of sorting decks, and this time it says an informal sneak peek of all of my decks. You have to go back to the first video to see what we went through the other day. I'm just flashing them to you and making piles so that I can record collection videos. That's what this video really is about. Okay. Oh, that was Nancy's first purchase. Yes, isn't it pretty, Jackie? It's so nice. And I think I got a journal that like matched it too, because I thought, you know, whatever. But yeah, they're cute. Like, this one was a little pricey because it was at Barnes & Noble, but I'm like trying to keep that store open. So, or no, it wasn't either. I got it at Schuler's. It was at the other mall. Schuler Books is where I got this. Anyway, then my like cloudy day RWS, I don't know what that's really called, Pamela Coleman Smith's RWS Tarot deck. This one is super light and kind of faded and washed out. Some people really do not like it. I super love it because it looks like a cloudy day and it's beautiful to me. Here's my yellow box. Boop. Also in there. And then Renewed, Rider Waite Renewed. This was a Kickstarter deck by Cloud of Seeking Celestial Grace. And it has like the esoteric, like here are the backs. It's got the Kabbalistic stuff all around. I love decks that have little phrases all around. Connects wisdom to beauty, path 15, chief among the mighty. I love when they're like Benabel's deck has the title and then like a subtitle to the person or a phrase. I love that, right? When there's an extra, like they're the keeper of spheres or whatever, right? Give me all the extra stuff. I love it. Assertion, dominance, intelligence, father. So it's kind of like a training deck. You could ignore all of the esoteric stuff and just use the keywords, right? It's very cool. And then along this side, it has like Aries, control, irresponsibility, right? So anyway, cool stuff. And I have one of those in my Aliments trade pile too, so I send, yeah, Stray Cat, isn't that cool? I love my Star Tarot deck, gorgeous artwork. I don't think I have that. I think I know what you're talking about though. Also in this little desktop holder is the Arcana playing cards from Dead on Paper. I have the black version. I really would like the white version as well, or whatever it's called. But anyway, super high quality stuff. Love them a lot. This one, Stray Cat, is called Rider Waite Renewed by SCG, or Seeking Celestial Grace. Visit my website at seekingcelestialgrace.com. Looks like there's also an Instagram at Seeking Celestial Grace, etc., etc. Okay, then I have Where the Wild Things Are playing cards, and a little bicycle deck like Rainbow Unicorn, and then Bicycle Stargazer are also in here. Okay, then these are all tarot. Oh wait, tarot, and I guess I will want these separate for a video, and that's our point. So I should pull these out. Cartomancy stuff. We had an in-between pile. Okay. Oh, reach around the belly. Okay. There's a little cartomancy pile. These are also playing cards. Okay, so I'm taking some stuff out. Leaving the Rider-Waite Smith in here, and maybe I'll put some other stuff in this little holder as we go. If I find some things, I don't know. We'll see. Hey Candy, thanks for popping in. Can't wait to see the Where the Wild Things Are deck. Yes, I'll have to go through all of these things at some point. I have to check my text really quickly to make sure. My mom might come over later. I don't know what my husband's talking about. Okay, let's move on. So was that everything from the floor? Because we did everything on the floor the other day except for back in this corner. Remember, there is another Caroline Miss Archetypes deck in the board game box, but I'm just going to leave that in there because I don't need to show you two, and it really kind of stays with the game. So let me try to turn around. There's some more Oracle. My little Crystal Wisdom Oracle. Those are really cool. It's hard not to just show you everything, but I'm going to be good. I'll put that in my little minis pile. Adora Bizzle Oracle with like the little monster creatures. I got this secondhand for a really good price. This is going to go also over here, but I don't want the tin on the box. Then we have Pathfinder Oracle. This is by the same person that does Wooden Tarot and Earthbound Oracle. It's from skullgarden.net. Little square Oracle deck, which I love. That can go in my mini pile. Oh, Andrew Schwartz. Remember the other day, I was like, I wonder. Here, Stray Cat, I'll show you. Hey, Lori. I was like, is his name Alex? No, it's Andrew. So it can be read. If I can pull one out, let me just show you quickly. Why is it like stuck? Okay, so here's a UFO card. These are in order because I was like, I'll do a walkthrough. But I used these a couple months ago for clients, and then I stacked them back up. So here's a UFO card. Most of them are more grounded things than this, just FYI. But you can read them different directions. So far, I've only used it quote unquote upright, but I kind of read all of the aspects into a reading anyway. So anyway, there's that. But they're more like, I know I'm not supposed to be showing you, but like I kind of want to. I don't need the paper in there. So let me show you. There's like storm, shell, tortoise. So this looks like artwork from the other decks, right? That card in particular. There's a tree, right? Most of it's pretty grounded. Flower. It's really interesting. Ooh, Jamie says that deck is in my purgatory box. Isn't it interesting how we all just are? Here's sheep. This is another one reminiscent of the Wooden Tarot artwork with the eye. I just sent his other two decks to Zane. That's amazing. See? We can share and gift and sell and move the things on that aren't working for us. But everything works for me, so I don't mean it like that, but I just love everything. I've said before, you know, sometimes Libras get a bad rap for like not committing to people. I'm just like, I am an overcommitter to people actually, but I can't commit to a set of tarot decks. I have to have all the things I want. I flirt with all cards. That's where my Libra essence really shines. My non-committal Libra self only applies to cards. Oh, I want them all. And look, if you want all the people, there's no judgment there either. I'm just saying that's not me. I'm like super connected to one person, but have to have all the things. Kristen, why am I here? I need to be working. That's like me, you know, I don't know, on a Tuesday or Thursday, someone pops up and I'm like, I should really be like on the work treadmill right now, but I'm tapping out. Okay, here I go, going faster. Then we have what's in this bag. Oh, Roots and Wings Mini. So the ones in the bag we will open. Blossom, there's your card from that. Roots and Wings Mini is one I bought secondhand. I just like to say if I remember, because it'll help me later too when I'm looking at stuff. I never know when. Some people are like, I acquired this deck in this year, and people make videos like, these are all the decks I got this year or whatever. I'm like, I don't know when they came. I just have them. But I do remember if things were secondhand or if I purchased direct, usually. So this will go over to the minis. Yes, I see Patrice. I flirt with all the decks, yes. And I really end up liking most of them, as you know. I've only passed on immediately after opening. I gave Max my Titania's Fortune deck, which was supposed to be Lenormand kind of, and with the card stock, I couldn't, and I swear, that's the only time I've ever done that. I just couldn't deal with it. Pamela ordered Somnia Tarot yesterday watching Modern Metaphysical. Yeah, Dustin. Whew. There are some things I want. I went through a stretch where I'm like, I'm cool. I'm saving up for my new vehicle. I don't need anything. And then it's kind of been like, again lately, but it's going to automatically bring itself back down because my tarot money is going to be going to baby formula very soon. So it's just life. I have plenty to keep me occupied and I'll have zero time anyway. So it doesn't matter. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what else is here. This is my Zombie Oracle by Orshi. Dragorshi Tarot. Yeah, in my little, I put it in here because it looks like denim, like it might be in your jeans pocket during the apocalypse. Okay, so there is my Orshi Oracle. And I have, this is a 5-cent bag or a 2-penny bag, but I don't know if that's what's in there. And it, oh yeah, no it is. So this is 2-penny Oracle. Why am I opening these? I'm showing you. Oh good, Chris, you're here for the good part, for the cards. I'm done babbling about anxiety and sobbing in my bed. So sad. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. Oh my God. Pamela, is there an Alien Tarot group on Instagram? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Chris says, how's everyone getting on? Isabel says, it was good to see this morning as I canceled a Kickstarter. I didn't need the deck, wanted others more. There were lots of backers, so don't feel bad about it. Yep, it's good to just see and think like, do I really want that? Totally. Okay, 2-penny Oracle. We have Chicoli Oracle. Love. I fell in love with the Chicoli stuff watching Veronica Jude. Oh, sorry. Life Purpose Oracle cards. This I got really early on with one of those like gift cards from my students. I got this like back when I lived in like my house in Williamston that I talk about during Virtue Deck. Don't worry, I'm going to use your cards forever and ever and ever. Boom. Life Purpose. Angelarium. I bought this from Robin at Toadstool Tarot. He wasn't really feeling it, and it had always been kind of on my, I wonder about that deck list. And so I got this, I don't know, maybe like 5 or so months ago. Super love it because it has like a rain angel and stuff in it. Like, I don't know, stuff like that. We're not going to get into it. Different day, right? Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle cards. This is sort of like a symbols situations deck. Fulfillment, deceit, individuality. I think there's also like some tools in it. I want to give you like some kind of example. Here's one. I need to corner around this. Rigid is one of them, right? I love these for casting on. Risk. I think that's beautiful. Kind of like a Fool vibe. But I think the last time I had this out, I was casting on it. It worked out pretty well for that. There's that. So these 4 Oracle. I don't know if I can even reach anymore. Okay. I did it. Mid-Centurion and Madame Clara. Yeah, I love that guy. What's his name? Gerald. No. Jonathan had him on. And the story about how he created the 5-cent tarot is like really amazing. I can't remember his name right now. That does not usually happen to me. But anyway. Danielle says, I've been terrible this year. I've been on 2 vintage Thoth decks. One is on his way. The other I wanted more. Oh. And I think I saw you say earlier that you're doing a depth year this year, which is awesome. I'm all about people doing what they feel is best for the year or the week or the day, whatever. I would like to get those casting charms, but I'm not sure I should go down that rabbit hole. I love my charms. Rick. Yeah, Rick Palmero. Rick. Something with a P and an L and an M. I might be making this up. I don't know. Oh, yay. The surgery went exceptionally well. Thank you. Thank you. I've been waiting. To hear about that. That is excellent. This is not a deck, but it's a little constellation jewelry box that Ryan got me one year, and it says Deanne Brooke in the bottom. Has some kind of cloth in there from a tarot that came with a tarot deck. I don't know. Anyway, where do I put this? Why am I just sitting here? Okay. Could you show us how you work with your charms? Yes, I could maybe even do a little mini before we sign off here. But like a lot of times, and even like on something like this, like bigger cards, I'll lay a few out and throw some charms, and then I'll like relate, like if the fish lands next to the tree branches, I would say growth and abundance, like abundance is soon to come. Or if the fish lands down here, I will say you're planting seeds for abundance and it will be a while, but that's happening, right? So there's just a little quick example if that's something that happened. Makes sense, but I can do more later for sure. We're almost to the end of this cube. Mediumship training deck. I have not really gotten into this one. I got this a few months ago after Sandra at the Whispering Well had showed it. Yeah, love that. Reaching out to spirit, the turn on switch, creative expression, calling cards from heaven, like symbols and signs, things like that. It's extra woo. I will put this here. Okay. Wild Offering Oracle. This was a gift from my little group of Good Vibe Tribe friends, cards that they had gifted me. In the last video, I talked about how I had sent them all Sacred Creators recently. Fairy Oracle. This is another Rackham deck. Had the Rackham Tarot out the other day. Both go to the Oracle pile. Boop. Here's my good copy of Mildred Payne's Oracle of Black Enchantment Midnight Edition. That goes over here as well. And then Energy Oracle cards. This was another Hay House haul. Amazing. And the last one down here is Mystical Shaman Oracle. This was an early one. This was in like my first probably 20 decks. You know, it's the whole thing. I can't get it out. I'm going to be good. I'm going to keep going. Okay, so now I need to move my Jonathan skull and my pendulum to start making a new pile because we're running out of room. Okay, so that's the end of that one. Oh, okay. 3 blank decks, which these only have about 40 cards in them. Oh my gosh, my knees. Everything hurts. Okay. 3 blank decks that I got from, I think, MPC. They're just white on both sides. And these are to make, I've started my sticker deck. I should put all these out here though, because if I want to do like a full 78, which this is going to be, I will need more than one. So anyway, 3 blank decks down there. Danielle says, love that. I like to pull a couple crystals and tie them to the card meanings. I only have about 8 charms. Yeah, and that could work. You don't need many. But I definitely love reading with crystals too. The deck that I used when I was working in the shop most often had a crystal associated with each card. So a lot of times that comes up in my brain. Like when I see whatever card, I'm like, oh, that's this. Stone. Okay, let's see what else I can reach. Speaking of charms, where there is tea, there is love. Here's my charms from Tea with Karen. So these are cards. Oh my God. Is it the 5-cent Tarot 2nd edition by Madame Clara on Etsy you were mentioning? Yes, the Etsy shop is legit. It's called, the shop name is called something else, I think, but that's it. That's it. Yes, 3rd trimester. Everything hurts, but your baby is happy. That's about right. Your future self-sacrifices. Oh, yes. It's been 4 years. And so I'm definitely going to be like learning all of that again. Oh my gosh. Okay, charms are going to stay up here in this shelf. Let's see what else is in here. Motel gift shop. Thank you. That's the one. So I have 5-cent Tarot and the 2-penny Oracle, and I love them a lot. These are my, I think they're witches runes that Sandra got me. She sent me these. She got them in Glastonbury. Oh, I pulled the eye and whatever this is, and the blank one. Boop. Gerald, we were talking about Rick from Madame Clara. And so we pulled my 2-penny Oracle out and put it in the stack. Runes are going back to this little trinket shelf. What else? Some Oracle decks. We've emptied another Oracle cube over here, Gerald. That's what we did. My Kelly Journey tokens. I just want to play with them for a minute so you can hear. Amazing. Okay. Bye, Heather. Thank you. Those can go up there. These are my Journey Oracle decks, regular and mini from Kelly Fitz. 2 of my favorite things. Check out my Only 10 Decks video if you would like to see those. Oh, God, they're amazing. Okay, then we have what's in here. I don't know. It might be a Mildred Payne. There's some notes in there. It is a Mildred Payne. Secret Pocket Oracle. The spider. That's just the one I'm showing you. I have 3 copies of this. So we had one the other day in the little red pouch from Kelly Bear. I'm going to put this over here. Okay. Another pouchy. It's another Mildred Payne. It's the bigger one, the deluxe version. In this pouch, also with a little paper fold out. So now we're back into a tarot cube, but it's not a full one. So we're almost done with that one as well. Oracle over there. We have a little hexagram pouch. Ooh, Color Mage. I love this. I wanted it for a long time. I got it secondhand. Doesn't seem to come up very often. Love it, love it. Goes to the Oracle side. Oh, and I put it in here because the backs. Beep. Kind of cool, right? Color deck in the gray and white scale. Honeycomb bag. Let's see if I can fit that right there without burying my Blue Knight Lenormand. Why? This should just stay on the deck, actually. Deck, the desk. Let's take a sip before we keep going. Oh, I said back to a tarot cube, I think, but I meant Oracle. Anyway, it's still not a full cube. Dreamtime reading cards. I got this in a bundle of secondhand decks. Boop. Yes, I love Mildred so much. It was in my 10. Dreamtime reading cards. Oracle can go on Mystical Shaman. Then we have the Botanical Deck by Jessica Bott. This is the Idiosyncratic Amethyst Oracle, Phenomena Oracle, person who's redoing Idiosyncratic. This is a double. This is a tarot and oracle deck combined. I love it so much. Goes over here. Ooh, where does it go? It's both. I will separate them for the walkthrough. Question mark. I don't know if they're separated right now because you know how I am. I mix them together. Maybe they are. And if they are, I'll put the tarot in my little desktop thing. The ace. Shoot. 6 of Cups. So like the cherry tree is the Fool. I don't know if these are split yet or not. I'm going to have to leave these on the table, I think, and do it in a bit. Because I think they weren't even. It's like split like this. But I don't think they were even because this says ace. So let me see. The ace, the 2, Queen of the Knight, Wolfsbane, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what in the... I'm going to have to figure it out later. Hold on. Just show it the way I use it. I do... so Beth, this is the Botanical Deck by Jessica Bott. And it's a Oracle and Tarot together. They have the same backs, and I think, from what I can tell right now, I haven't had it out in a while, that I think I have them mixed together. So I'm going to have to figure it out. I use them separate. I use them together. It's whatever, but it's beautiful, and I love it. I'm going to put this just for sake of, no, I'm going to do it over here. Okay. Secret Language of Animals Oracle cards. I also got this in a bundle secondhand, so it was like $8 or something like that. 3 decks that I pulled. 1 was tucked over on the floor and 2 were in the cube dresser over here, a little 1 cube dresser drawer that I was going to put Lenormand in, and I think I still will. Anyway, I pulled some things from little random spots. Soul Cards 2. If you'll remember the other day, Soul Cards 1 was in the Prism Tarot bag because the Prism Tarot box is so nice. I used the bag for something else. So Soul Cards 1 is over there already. Soul Cards 2 goes to the Oracle side as well. And then the 2 decks that I've like started modifying, but they need help, were also over there. Fairy Tarot Cards by Doreen Virtue, and I'm holding it kind of carefully because I have this full of crystals. So I've cut this down to a square deck, but I want to round the corners. So I took all the title bars off all around, and the back just has like the fairy on it, so it's whatever. But I've cut these down to squares, and I just need to... These I'll probably mostly use for casting because I have no names on them and I have no idea what they are, like what the cards are. But anyway, I cut those down and there's a bunch of beautiful crystal friends in there. So this was my project I would work on in the shop when I didn't have a reading, which didn't happen very often. But after a year, I finally got them all cut down. So Fairy Oracle, I'm going to put on this other stack. Oh my God. Or no, Fairy Tarot. Ooh, see, it's a tarot deck. I'm going to put it in tarot in case someone's looking at it and is like, oh, I want that as a tarot deck, right? Because that's what it is. I've cut it off and I'm using it as Oracle, but I will just make that note in the video. Because if someone sees this secondhand, then they will know it is set up as a tarot deck. And it had a real tarot structure. So that's what I'm doing. Fairy tarot cards. Sip, sip. Oh, hello, Beauty and the Boston. That is similar to another deck on my list, Botanical Tarot, the Language of Flowers. I feel like that's similar or familiar to me in my brain somewhere. Okay, 4 more in this shelf. Are you ready? So this was mixed. Oh no, but I pulled that over there. Oh, and 1 more that I pulled from the shelf, the Syrian Starseed Tarot. This is one where the people, like, I'm not a fan of, but I love the orbs and stuff, so I had to have it, and I tried to modify it, and it did not go well. This is the deck that I was joking with Kelly Bear about the other day that I cut with junky scissors, and she's like, well, yeah, that's not going to work. Anyway, someday I'll get back to this project, Syrian Starseed. This is tarot, so we will set that over here. Goddess Guidance Oracle cards, another Doreen Virtue deck. I got this one secondhand from my friend Lina. This goes here. The Soul's Journey Lesson cards. I have not done a lot with this. I got this around the same time as the Mediumship training deck. So this is going to come over here to Oracle. And then Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. This is a beautiful crystal deck. Lots of good information in there. Oracle side and Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. This is super beautiful. If you're looking for a good like places kind of deck, right? It's got Sacred Journey, Hidden Worlds, the Angel Gate, the Healing Temple. It's like these places that we believe exist at the edge of the liminal or the edge of the veil, like things like that. The Crystal Path, the Spirit of Spring, the Relics of Lemuria, the Mother Awakens, the Mirror, things like this, right? Anyway, Oracle of Hidden Worlds. Okay, so that's 2 more that are emptied out. This down here is my extra, well, not extra, one of them is extra, but I haven't opened these because they are, I got them with Cosmovisions Kickstarter. Now, Light Visions I never had until the Kickstarter. It's still in bubble wrap, as you can see. I only opened Cosmovisions a few months ago, and I got it for myself last September as a Kickstarter gift. And then when they arrived from the Kickstarter, then I got that. But it was a long time before I had time to really sit down and open it. But I did open it around my birthday. Then this Prismavisions is an extra that I will be keeping because it has a different mystery card in it. And I love Prismavisions. And with the Kickstarter, you got all of the extra mystery cards. So anyway, that's what these are, both Tarot Light Visions and Prismavisions. Oh, this drives me nuts. Extra Prisma and my first Light Visions. And I've backed the minis. Oh, layered readings for everyone. Maybe in the summer when I have my new baby, like, you know, when I come out of my 4th trimester of holding a baby 24 hours a day. Okay, that's all that was in this bottom cube was Prisma, Cosma, Light Visions, and the satchels and everything. So that one's empty except for like the big book and stuff now, okay? There are so many more decks to go. How many is there? How many are there? Why can't I speak? Oh, my leg. Okay. Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot Mini. How cute. I put my other one in the trade pile over there, which is weird for me to do, but I did because I needed some things to trade a couple months ago. I bought this one because it has a better box. And I put my little tiny edged version over there for trade. So, Tarot Mini. Boop. Jamie, don't tell Jamie. Gerald says, but I'm telling her. Still haven't opened my Prisma. She's going to come get you. Okay. So that just came from, I had the Ciccoli Mini Tarot over here in the Lenormand area because the box was so small and it kept getting kind of lost behind things. So now we're into Lenormand and I'm just going to show you them, but move them to a different cube because there's nowhere else on the floor to make a new section. Okay. So here we are starting my Lenormand Collection, 1117. There's a lot. Cute little Lenormand in this random blue pouch that I had. It comes in like a bigger box and I didn't want it in there. Okay, so Lenormand will go here to the middle. These two Moonlit Fae bags are super gorgeous. Have my Julie Rose, so sweet, Peekaboo Rose. She gifted me this Bitmoji deck. And she's amazing. Anyway, look at the inside of that. Boom. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Gotta check my phone. I'm sorry. Okay. Financial stuff had to respond to. And then in this other Moonlit Fae bag is my Spoopy Lenormand, also by Peekaboo Rose. Here's the house. To give you an idea, you can get her stuff on my playing cards. I have a handful of her decks, and I love them all, and I think she's awesome. Also, recently, Gerald was on her channel for a little interview, so check it out. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but it was like such fun questions. I really enjoyed hanging out while I could. Media Lenormand, I believe 3rd edition. It has the color in it as opposed to just like grayscale. Pixie's Astounding Lenormand, one of my first Lenormand decks. I love it a lot. This is the little tiny postmark Lenormand. How cute. It's real cute. That's how cute. Okay. Put this up here. This is Julie Bro's Storytale Lenormand. Boop. Gerald says, I recommend you do a video of Julie. It was wonderful. I would love to. She's great. Oh, 3 girls, 1 deck with Sarah and Heather this week. Oh, this Saturday. Thank you, Beth. These little Moonlit Fae bags have my Story and Color Lenormand, I think. Thank you, Stray Cat. Thanks for hanging out with us. Kelly Fitz, I love everything she does. Story and Color Lenormand. Please check out the Truth and Story website. You can get all kinds of goodies there. I also have the mini because I'm awesome. Oh, 2 of my favorite things. My 1889 Lenormand regular and mini. I think these are out of print at the moment. Possibly. I don't know. I love them a lot. But that's what they're called, 1889. I have Robin from Toadstool Tarot. Little Norman's. That's an extra card that I love. Little Norman's Lenormand, which I love. I want to find one of my favorite ones. I mean, I like them all, but so here's the mountain as an example, and this little Norman is in every card, and it's real cute. I love the water cards, like the boat, the ship, you know what I mean. Anyway, here it is. Oh, it is called the boat in here. I love this. Super cute. Love it. It's in the similar style to his Eyes Wide Tarot, which I love. Same like color scheme as that one there. Whisper Lenormand, regular and mini. Beautiful, beautiful. Bohemian Wild Lenormand, 3rd edition. I got this on Etsy from the creator. The Aurum Lenormand and Rustic Roots Lenormand, both by M. Witherspoon. These are both amazing decks. Or they're all amazing decks, but I was talking about one creator in particular. Tattooed Spirit is here. What? How do you choose which of those great decks you will utilize for a reading? Very good question. Mostly, let me turn around a little bit. Growing a baby here. If it's for client readings, sometimes I'll put up offerings in my group, but people can also message me for specific things. So if someone messages me for a specific thing, I will choose sort of based on just whatever pops into my mind when they ask me the question or the situation that they are wondering about. And I'll be like, oh, you know what's good for that is this. And then I will use that. Or if there's something I haven't worked with for a while and I'm like, ooh, I miss you, I want to use this, then I will post pictures of that in my group and be like, hey, I worked up this particular spread for this deck and for the month of April, and who would like one of these? So it's really, I just kind of like go where the wind takes me. And if it's just for myself, then I'm kind of the same way. Like, what do I want to use this for? Yeah. So yes, sometimes I will choose after the inquiry if they're asking, if someone comes to me. Yeah. And then just different times, like sometimes I'll have, I do a daily tarot, a daily oracle, and usually a weekly tarot each month. So I switch. I do at least 3 decks a month, Plus, like my extra thing for this month, for example, is art history for past lives. So I'll usually have like a project deck that I'm working on or working with. And so those are my 4 for this month. Plus my Lenormand for January is Blue Night Lenormand. So for myself, I choose on a monthly and weekly basis. And then I don't mean changing weekly. Like for right now, I'm still using my winter weight for my weekly Wednesday readings for myself. Then Oak, Ash, and Thorn for daily, Goddess Power for daily oracle, so on and so forth. So I'm not like a seasons person. I just choose kind of whatever I feel drawn to. Then outside of my daily, weekly, whatever, if I want to do an astrology reading for myself or something else, I might use an astrology deck or a non-astrology deck, but for an astrology reading. So I just kind of go through, I might have like 5 or 6 decks a month. And then I use different things for my client group. I don't know if that answers the question very well. This is extra cards from James R. Eads Green Glyphs Lenormand. Don't need to open those up. Golden Thread Lenormand. You are welcome. 7th Sphere Lenormand. Claire de Lune Lenormand. This was one of my first Lenormand decks, and I fell in love with this artwork. So beautiful. The Arcana Lenormand from Labyrinthos. So like Golden Thread, this is another Labyrinthos deck. Lenormand, blah. Okay. Those all go there. This is my mini Seekers Lenormand. This, just like the Pathfinder Oracle that we pulled out today, and the Wooden Tarot by Andrew Schwartz of Skull Garden. This is his Lenormand. It's a mini. It was a Kickstarter exclusive. I was lucky enough to get one just within this past year. And then I think this will be, yeah, so this is the regular sized Seekers Lenormand. Beautiful, beautiful. And you know, a lot of times I have the regular and the mini because I love to do layered readings with tarot and oracle, and like I will often use them as like Lenormand houses with Lenormand decks. So definitely collector over here. Yes, the nice thing about Lenormand decks is their size, and I can it's very yeah, feels like little treasures. I love it. Mendy from the Artistry of Tarot. I have her Butterfly Lenormand, regular and mini. Came in this cute little pouchy. Boop. And boop. There are those. I'm not going to try to stuff them back in the bag right now. Then we have the Celtic Lenormand. Comes highly recommended by Kelly Fitzgerald. If you are learning. Playing Marseille and the Maybe Lenormand. The Maybe Lenormand was gifted to me during a very difficult phase. Like fall of 2020, our sweet Stephanie Burrows of Oak, Ash, and Thorn sent me the Maybe Lenormand as a gift. And it just made my whole month. Shortly thereafter, I bought the Playing Marseille. These are like combination decks. But for now, I'm going to put Playing Marseille with my playing card stuff and maybe Lenormand with a Lenormand. Boop. Boop. Okay, this tiny one is the Color Black Lenormand that I found when I was just flipping through Make Playing Cards. And then, what's in here? No idea. Oh, my Anna Kay. Oh, the box is right there. That's why I was confused. I saw Beth, I saw you say that you've been working with Anna Kay and are loving it, and it seems pretty straightforward to you. So I'm so happy to read that. I love Lenormand. Here's a bouquet from Anna Kay Lenormand just to show you. Okay, so right, this little bag, I don't know if it came with it or probably not. Anna Kay Lenormand, that was one of my first Lenormands. I had this at my old house when we lived in Attica, Michigan. So I remember sitting outside with it when it came and doing a big spread outside on a beach towel. So that was one of my first Lenormands for sure. Anna Kay Lenormand box, just so you know what it looks like. This is a little astrology pack from the, Antiquities of Magical. I started reading Astrological. Antiquities of Magic Oracle. Used to, maybe still does, come with a little astrology pack that's also beautiful. So Astrology Decks I'm doing separate. I'm going to put right there. In the video, I think I'm going to do Astrology and Lenormand together. But for right now, I'm going to put them over there. Calla Lily, yes, thank you so much for joining us. I'm probably wrapping up soon because I've been on an hour and a half, but I'm so glad you're able to stop in. I wanted to tell you that I can't do archetypes on Wednesday because I have 2 work meetings. So no archetypes for this coming week, but I will be on Thursday for a casual at 9. I know that's early your time, but just to let you know, no archetypes this week, and I'm sorry for that, but I hope you have fun catching up. And thank you for your comments. Playing Marseille has, I love that deck, by the way, has gotten me really thinking lately, sketching my reading style cheeky book. Jeff says, might anyone be able to share where they learned, from whom they learned to combine astrology with tarot? Good question. People in chat, do you have answers? Where did I learn that? I did astrology work, star charts and stuff like that, and like zodiac associations and readings even before I learned tarot way back when. Then where did the Astrology Association come up? Probably when I was watching, the first people I was watching on TarotTube would show a deck that had an astrological association to it. That kind of got me thinking, and so that's probably where I learned it. But also when I got back into tarot, I took a long hiatus, and then when I bought my own house, I bought the Yellow Box Rider-Waite back, which was my original first deck, Chiro Marchetti's Gilded Tarot, and then the Crystal Tarot by Philip Permut, and that had astrological associations in it. So really not my first tarot, but my first set of 3 decks when I got back into tarot, one of those also had the astrological association built in. And so that became really routine for me because I was using that deck in the shop where I worked. So it was, that's how it fused together for me. So that's my spin up into that. So here we have Open Portals playing cards. These are another James R. Eads creation. One of these is light and one is dark. These made me think of Chris Kelly way back when. And these are the first 2 decks I sent him, which have never gotten to his house. We're coming up on the year anniversary of when I mailed them, which was January 28th, 2021. Someday, maybe, but maybe they're like in the bottom of the ocean somewhere, or more likely sitting like at Chicago O'Hare, like in a storage room. Open Portals might show up at Chris Kelly's house. Chris Kelly McFadden. It's hard not to say Chris Kelly because I always say that like his first name. Anyway, these are playing cards with additional like titles on them. So I'm going to call these playing cards. I'm going to put that over here by playing Marseille. Okay, then more playing cards. The Ecliptic Zodiac playing cards and Care Bears. Who doesn't love those? Playing card pile. Black Moon Astrology. Love this. This has a book that is packed full of information. So if you are looking to dive into like an encyclopedia version, the cards are huge. These might be the biggest cards I have. And the book is packed. If you want a study buddy, this is great. Astrology. Here's the Astro Soul Oracle. This is the one Alex of Lazy Genius was talking about the other day. It's beautiful. Going here, Moonology Oracle cards. Green Glyphs Lenormand. Beautiful. This goes to the Lenormand Cubby. Rainbow Kipper. This is my one and only Kipper deck. I got it because it's by Stephen Bright and I super enjoy him. I think he's a lovely human being. And I thought, you know what? I want one Kipper deck. And for now, this is going to get me by just fine because I'm super into Lenormand. They're not exactly the same, but I feel similar enough. And for specific questions that involve more than a couple people, I feel like this, having just one, is going to be great for me. It's in the style of Spirit Within. You should check it out. It's amazing. Kipper is going in the Lenormand video, so that will be in the Lenormand cube. We're almost done with the Lenormand cube, and then we're going to call it a day, and we'll do these 3 tarot shelves. They're all 3 deep. We'll do that next time whenever I show up, probably for Casual Thursday on the 20th. Clave's Astrology. This is another Tina Gong at Labyrinthos deck. Astrology here. The Living Wheel Astrology cards by Patrick, not Valenza, Kelly Fitzgerald's friend, Patrick. What's his name? The Living Wheel. This is a beautiful deck. Check it out. Astrology. Compendium of Constellations by Claire Goodchild of Black and the Moon. So Antique Anatomy person. Yeah. There are several versions of this as well. Astrology. We're almost there. Postmark Lenormand regular size. I showed you the mini earlier, the key I pulled out of that little red bag. So there's a regular and a mini. It's right there. And we should go down. I started making 2 Lenormand piles. That's okay. The Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle. This has been housed with my Lenormand because the book or the deck is so small. But I'm going to put this in Oracle because, is that true? I read it sort of fortune tellery, like a symbols deck, like Lenormand. So I think I'll put these minis because it's a rune deck. Does that feel like Oracle or Lenormand to me? And the Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle. I think I'll call it fortune telling and put it with Lenormand. Don't know. Under the Roses Lenormand, one of my very first ones. This is great if you have a mini deck because you can put it on and you can see the house title underneath. Okay. Go to Kelly Fitz Truth and Story and you can watch her layer those on there, and then you can have houses automatically labeled. Fairy Tale Lenormand. This is a very busy Lenormand deck. Probably not super great for a first-time learner, but I just really loved the images and had to have it. I don't want to tan on a box in case it dents. These are like altar cards from Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle Creator and the Runic that we just looked at. These are big zodiac like altar cards. Really beautiful. So those I'll put in the Oracle pile. Then there's 2 more. Block user. This is the, can't think what it's called, Scrying Ink Lenormand. These are giant cards. They're bigger, they're like Oracle or bigger, right? They're beautiful. They're by the Line Strider Creator. Child card, a few different things, right? Really beautiful. Here's the bear. So I didn't read very carefully about the sizes. I bought some on Etsy and I bought some on Make Playing Cards. So here's one set. And then there's a big book that comes with it. And then here is the regular set that I pulled out a while ago. Boop. Bye, Jackie. Thank you so much. I know I'm way over, but I just had to get through this stack. And then we'll have 3 tarot cubes to do on Thursday, which will be so exciting. By that time, I will definitely be needing a break from work. Okay, so Scrying Ink Lenormands go, they can go here. I'll remember what those are. And that is, this is color block. Okay, we talked about that. That can go right there. Okay. We did it. Next time, we will do 1, 2, 3 tarot. These are mostly full. We'll do super quick. Yeah. We will get through the 3 next time. I'll have to leave this room a mess until at least Thursday, and it's going to be okay. And I've so enjoyed doing this. I hope you have loved getting a little sneak peek of my collection before the more formal. You know, nothing I do is really formal, but when those collection videos actually happen, this will really help me to do that. I'm just going to sit here and show each one. And yeah, go from there. I don't think I'm going to open any boxes, show any cards when I do the collection video. It's just going to be what it is. And then if people want to request in the comments, they can. Of course, baby time will happen soon and they'll have to wait probably a while for something like that. But you never know. So Beth, Scrying Art, it does have a mini. So it's, let me see. I used a 5-cent bag for the big one. So it's what I'd call like a regular, right? Size. Like here it is next to the Blue Knight Lenormand, which are like regular Lenormand size. So there is a regular one. I think both options are available on Make Playing Cards, and one at the time that I bought them was available on Etsy. So just make sure you're looking, because look, it's crazy. And they're beautiful, but it's like an oracle, and I use these to cast charms on. I do not use this as like a regular Lenormand reader. I use them the Lenormand meetings, but then I also put charms on them. I'll do like 3 or something on my table, but I'm not going to be using those giant ones for a grand tableau. But they're beautiful, and I'm happy to have them. So yeah, there's a regular and a big one, and just really read the descriptions of wherever you buy it. It does come with a book. Let me pull this out real quick. Oh, love the share, says Robin. Oh, yay, Pamela. I love Karen's charms. I hope you really like them too. Thank you all for being here, helping me get set up for this. Here is the Scrying Ink book. So it's a really nice book. It does career, personal health, romance for each thing, right? The snake, the clouds, there's keywords, a general description, and then it gives you them in different contexts of reading. So the book is really awesome. And if you get the smaller one, then I think you're more apt to use it as a regular Lenormand. I have 3 versions of it, look, because when I got the book, something happened. First off, Ciolo Thompson is her name. Something happened and I got a set with a book, right? So that's why I have 2 of these. So if you're interested in Scrying Ink, just make sure you read the description to check size and whether or not it comes with a book. MPC has like one version and Etsy has another, okay? There are some differences in cards between the giant and the regular too, by the way. Okay, so there's that end of the Lenormand collection. This barely fits in here. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not fighting with you, book. Go about your whatever. Okay, Thank you all so much. I won't see you Wednesday because I have work to do. So I will see you Thursday for a casual. I will set up the event and we will do the last 3 tarot cubes on Thursday. Okay, thank you and have an awesome day. I hope to see you all later.